Welcome to Fayette County Youth Sports on WCHC TV. Presented in part by Liella Lanes and Amore Pizzeria, Summers Funeral Home, Great Oaks Career Campuses, the Fayette County Public Health Department, Jim Van Dyke's Automotive Center, Courthouse Manor and St. Catherine's Manor of Washington Courthouse, M&M Fasteners and M&M Turf, S&D Family Tire and Auto, Kirk's Furniture, the Fayette County Veterans Service Commission, and Epifano McDonald's of Fayette County and Jamestown. Stick around after the game for the Epifano McDonald's post-game show.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
At its best from Cooper Stadium.
The wind up in the bench. The Blue Lions are state champions. The Washington Courthouse Blue Lions are state champions.
And with that, you heard the walk-in run that helped the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions win the 2000 Division II state championship. There's videos on Facebook if you want to catch that, and kind of go back and watch the highlights of that video. And David was able to glean a little bit of information from that and play it for you. As we're just a few minutes away from the start of the recognition of the 2000 Division II Washington Courthouse Blue Lions baseball team. Boy, it's hard to believe it's been 25 years.
Yeah.
And, of course, Stu Gardner and I did that game up at, what was the old... Cooper Stadium. Big motorcade coming back home and fans celebrating the championship. Of course, in '99, the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions had gotten to the Final Four under manager Paul Andres. And then the next season, Rob Smith took over for him and led the team to the state championship. They only lost one game that year. And then, of course, just a couple of years ago, the Blue Lions were able to get to the Final Four up at Canton in the state championship setup. And so they've made at least 3 appearances at the state level that we know of. Right now, we're basically waiting for everybody to kind of get lined up here to get introduced to the crowd. Of course, Rob Smith, who is the manager of the Miami Trace Panthers, was the manager, as we mentioned, of Washington Courthouse. So it's kind of good timing for them to have this program, this recognition today with his Panthers team in. Of course, Rob just recently won number 451 in his ventures at Madison Plains, then Washington Courthouse, Fairborn, and now with the Panthers. So he's been around a while. He's done a great job coaching kids, and we got the thumbs up from Brian Yeasel. So let's go to our PA announcer, Seth Leach, who will be doing the introductions.
Today we get to honor a legendary chapter in Blue Line history, one written in grit, drama, and championship gold. 25 years ago, in the spring of 2000, a group of determined young men led by first-year head coach Rob Smith did the unthinkable. They captured the first state championship and the first and only in Fayette County baseball history. Coach Smith's staff, Randy Welsh, Ernie Jackson, Troy Montgomery, and Rick Hatfield, helped shape the team that would go on to one of the most dramatic tournament runs ever seen on Ohio Diamonds. From the first win against rival Miami Trace, where Scott Lewis came in to shut the door, to a 1-0 nail-biter of Gallia Academy, followed by a 3-2 victory over Fairfield Union to become district champs. This team made a habit of rising when the moment was the biggest. They topped Buckeye Local and faced a marathon thriller against Steubenville, a 12-inning battle tied 3-3 that ended with the Blue Lions walking off in the bottom of 12 to become regional champions. At Cooper Stadium, the Lions pulled off another walk-off win, this time in the bottom of the 7th against St. Charles, punching their ticket to the final game. The title bout against Talmadge was the ultimate test. Down 4-0 early, then 9-8 in the bottom of the 7th, the Blue Lions never quit. With the game tied, thanks to Robinson's clutch single, Talmadge made a fateful decision, intentionally walking Scott Lewis to load the bases. 4 pitches later, Mark Cottle walked, Rhett Butler across the plate, game over, champions forever. Your 2000 Blue Line roster is Todd Brown, Scott Lewis, Shane Hurt, Brian Yazel, Tyler St. Clair, Rhett Butler, Wes DeWeese, Mark Cottle, Cameron Quigley, Kyle Ackley, Adam Connor, Danny King, Tim Whiteman, and Mark Robertson. The ball girl on the team was Ashley Smith, statisticians Rosanna Corbett, and Bethany Yanisov. Today we remember not just the wins, but the heart, the hustle, and the pride they brought to our town. 25 years later, they still stand as the only team in Fayette County history to bring home the state championship. To the 2000 Lions, we salute you. You are legends forever.
So right now the final picture is being taken by the different individuals as you see the team shaking hands, and congratulations. Kind of about 7 or 8 that made the team, or at least are out there today, along with Rob Smith. So brings back the memories, to say the least. So we hope that you remember that as the celebration of the 25th anniversary of the Washington Courthouse Division II State Championship team. We'll take a 60-second break. When we come back, we'll run down the lineups and get this one started. Washington Courthouse, Miami Trace, and Fayette County Youth Sports right here on WCHC.
You have the power to protect your children against serious diseases like measles, cancer caused by HPV, and whooping cough. Vaccines work with your child's natural defenses to help them safely develop protection from diseases. Fayette County Public Health is offering childhood immunizations by appointment. Late appointments are available. For more information or to schedule, call 740-335-5910.
As a U.S. veteran, you have serviced your country well. Now it's time to let us serve you. The Fayette County Veterans Service Commission provides free assistance for both veterans and their families. To learn more about the services we provide, please give us a call at 740-335-1610.
All right, we're back here at Washington Courthouse, the outdoor sports complex, as they like to call it. As, well, to be blunt, we're waiting on the umpires to show up. There's so many of these high school games now are starting at 5:15 instead of 5 o'clock, but we're kind of one of those leagues that starts at still at 5, so hopefully they'll show up momentarily and we'll get this one underway. Real quickly, while we're waiting, let's go ahead and the new state baseball polls are out for this week. Real quickly, some of the area schools. Lancaster stays number 15 in Division I. Taze Valley jumps from 15th to number 9 in Division II. Jackson, after going 4-0 on their spring trip down south, jumps all the way now from number 8, and they're tied for second in the Division III with Tippett Canoe. Miami Trace moves up. They went from number 11 to number 9. Kent Ridge is number 16. They were 22nd last week. New school added to the rankings is Athens, who's tied for 22nd. Tecumseh and Sheraton, by the way, have come off. In Division 4, Jonathan Alder remains number 1. Westfall from the SVC drops a notch or two. They went from 5th to 7th. Bloom Carroll moved from 11th to 10th. Uniota goes from 17th to number 12. Fairfield Union is a brand new team. Of course, they beat Washington Courthouse. You might remember just last week, it was 21 to 12, something like that. And so they get recognized for that. Clinton Massey is brand new to the polls this time. And Waverly they're up as well. They were tied for 23rd last week. They're tied for 24th this week. Meanwhile, in Division 5, Zane Trace is dropped a notch. They're now number 5 in the Division 5 polls. They were 4th last week. Lynchburg Clay goes from 14th to 13th. Portsmouth goes from 22nd to 14th. Ironton goes from 16th to 15th. Wheelersburg goes from 25th to 18. Worthington Christian is new this week to the polls. And Amanda Clear Creek is tied for 22nd. That's up from 25th. Lucasville Valley and Minford both came off the polls. Division 6, area schools, Madison Plains. What a season they're having. They're ranked 5th in the state of Ohio. What in the world's going on up there, huh? They were 9th last week. Reedsville Eastern was tied from 10th to 7th. Mechanicsburg drops from 3rd to 8th. West Jefferson stays tied for 13th. Fairfield Christian was 22nd last week. They jumped up to 18th. Sims Valley is the new school ranked 19th. Meanwhile, Legacy Christian is 21st. That's up from 27th. And Eastern Brown is new this week. And in Division 7, South Webster from the Southern Hills Lead is number 5. That's a drop from number 3. White Oak is making a new appearance this week. They're number 11. And we have Springfield Central Catholic was number 20 back in poll number 2. This is week number 4, so they came off and then came back on this week. And they are tied for 16th. And Franklin Furnace Green drops from 10th to 16th. Portsmouth Clay was 13th last week. They're number 19. And Zanesville Rosecrans from the from the Mid-State League, the Cardinal Division, is number 20. Racine Southern drops out of the polls this week. So again, Miami Trace is number 9 this week in the Division 3 poll. Well, I see Coach Yazel and also Coach Smith talking, and I agree that they're not talking to the officials because the officials still have not shown up. So again, we're just going to have to kind of wait it out here a little bit. We'll go ahead and give you the starting lineups for the teams. Leading things off for Miami Trace will be shortstop and freshman Gage Bowers. Of course, Gage played basketball this past year. Nobody can miss him. I look down, and he's got his helmet off. He's got that red hair. He's ready to go. Brody McGee is number 2 in the batting order. He's the second baseman. And then you have, of course, Austin Brown, who's doing the catching. He's a junior. He's batting third. Cooper Enix is batting in left field. He's batting cleanup. Gage Stuckey, who's doing the pitching today, he's batting 5th. And then you had Jamison Heyer, who's batting 6th. He's the center fielder. Evan Colgrove, who's the third baseman, batting 7th. You have Cam Morton, who's batting 8th. He's the first baseman. And Xavier Longhorn the right fielder, is batting ninth. So again, you have Bowers at short, B at second, and Brown catching. Then it is Enix in left, Stuckey on the mound, Higher in center. And in third base, it's Updegrove, followed by Morton, and then Longhorn. As we mentioned, Gage Stuckey will be pitching today for Miami Trace to get things started off. Meanwhile, for Washington Courthouse, their starting lineup doing the pitching today. Leading things off will be lefty Will Miller. Next will be the second baseman, Bryson Heath. Batting third, the shortstop, Aiden Osborne. Batting cleanup, the catcher, Gavin Kaufman. Batting fifth will be the first baseman, Cooper Robertson. Then it will be Kyler Erkston, who is the third baseman. Then batting seventh will be center fielder Tyler St. Clair. Batting eighth will be Logan Knapp, and he's in left. And then the right fielder will be Keontae Tyree. So again, it'll be Miller pitching, Heath at second, and Osborne at short. Then it's Kaufman at catching, Robertson at first, and Erklines at third. Then the bottom third of the orders, all the outfielders, it will be St. Clair in catching, Knapp in left, and Tyree in right field. Weather permitting, we will be back on the air tomorrow night with another Fayette County Youth Sports coverage. It'll be the girls' turn. It will be Miami Trace and Washington Courthouse playing host at Miami Trace. They're currently playing over off the softball field. We'll try to keep you up to date on the score when we can. But anyway, that's going to be a tape delayed broadcast because, to be blunt, folks that followed us, the Wi-Fi is just not enough to get all the way out to the highway. So we'll tape it, and hopefully we'll be on the air 9:30, 10 o'clock, something in that vicinity. David works hard to get all that stuff on there. So, and then we're scheduled for Thursday night to do another girls softball game, Blanchester at Courthouse. And then next week, we're scheduled for next Tuesday, boys baseball, Hillsboro at Courthouse. And then a week from Friday, Jackson at Trace. And we're hoping to pull both of those games off live as well. And tournaments, we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. We'll see if anybody's got a home game or something. People say, well, why don't you go on the road and do these games? We have thought about it.
Yeah.
If we can work some logistics out, we might attempt it. We'll just have to kind of wait and see how things play out, okay? Well, again, we are what we call in the stall category.
I should have never said anything, Randy. I talked about waiting on umpires to start the game.
Yeah, I should have just said, just do the little segment about the introduction, and then we'll come back. But I got a little bit after 5, so. Everybody's kind of watching for him, including Manager Smith.
If they come down to it, and I'll just have to leave the screen as it is and not update the scores, but I'll have to go down there and call ball behind the plate.
Well, that's true, and I'll just every once in a while talk, and I'll do the commercials by myself. You know, I should know them by now.
It'll be live reads all day.
Live reads all way. So I'll tell you what we're going to do, Dave. Why don't you? Let's just keep the screen up for a little bit, okay?
Yeah.
And we're going to turn the mics off, and that way you at least know what's going on. So if you're just tuning in, don't panic. We will be getting on the air, but again, we're waiting on the officials to arrive. And to be honest with you, I'm just about talked out, and I want to save for play-by-play. So you will still see the screen. We're still here. And as soon as we see the officials come in, we'll come back and we'll re-summarize things again and get ready for. So stay with us right here for play-by-play on Fayette County Youth Sports.
Batting second, number 1, McBee. Batting third, number 5, Brown. Batting fourth, number
All right, we're
16,
back here
Edis.
at
Batting
Washington
fifth,
Courthouse
number
after
2,
about
Stuckey. Batting sixth, number 24,
10-minute delay, something like that.
Batting seventh,
Officials
number 14,
have arrived,
Monroe. Batting eighth,
looking
number
over the
15,
starting
Walton.
lineups.
And batting ninth, number 13,
Once again, for
Baldwin.
Miami Trace,
Now
their
for the
starting
Washington Blue
lineup,
Line
it'll
starting
be
lineup.
shortstop
Batting
Gage
first, number
Bowers.
18, Will Millard.
Brody
Batting second,
McBee
number 10,
will be
Bryson
batting second.
Batting third,
Austin
number 22,
Brown,
Aiden
number
Osborne.
3. Batting, he's the catcher.
Batting fourth, number 2, Gavin Kaufman.
Cooper Enix, the left
Batting
fielders, batting
fifth,
cleanup.
number
Gage
27,
Stuckey, the
Cooper
pitcher, batting
Robinson.
5th. Jameson
Batting
Heyer, the
sixth,
center
number
fielder,
17,
batting
Kyron
6th. Evan
Essens.
Colgrove, batting
seventh,
7th. He's the
number
third
7,
baseman.
Landon St.
Cam
Clair.
Morton, first baseman, batting 8th.
Batting eighth, number
And
29,
Xavier
Logan
Longhorn,
Craig.
number 9.
And batting ninth, number 19,
Coach
Keontae Tyree.
Smith got 2, 4, 6. He's got 7 subs he can bring in during the game if he needs to. Courthouses, he's only got 2 on this sub list. Of course, Sam Lotz has been hurt and will be out for a couple weeks. Officials are shaking hands, so
We ask you please stand for the
we're going to have a
pledge of
standing
national
of the national anthem. All right, so I think we got all the preliminaries out of the way, David. Well, at least we hope so. All right. So Washington Courthouse, Miami Trace, about ready to do battle. I told you, man, I looked at the crowd. It's a good crowd here today for both sides. Of course, you get the rivalries together. It's going to bring a lot of folks out on a late spring afternoon. And, of course, with the beautiful weather, I think it's around mid-70s, light breeze. We'll take her anytime, let's say the least. So on the mound will be the lefty, Will Miller. Left-hander who's pitched the last couple years. Of course, plays a lot out in right field when he's not on the mound. Washington Courthouse, of course, has a streak going of 3 straight district championships. Miami Trace, of course, last year finished second in the league behind Jackson. 16-9, I believe their record was. They lost to Waverly in the district finals. Turn around the next game after the district championship by Courthouse. They returned to OU and played Waverly in the Sweet 16. They got beaten that game, and they finished 17-9. And in third place, 5-5 in the league. So far this season, Jackson, as we mentioned, already 14-0, ranked number 2 in the state of Ohio, the newest polls, as they went down south and just, they went 4-0 and just knocked a lot of schools off as far as out of state. The girls, by the way, they did the same thing. I think they won 4 out of 5. The last game they got beat pretty handily. But Jackson's leading the girls division, so about ready to get this one underway. So Miami Trace, ranked 9th in the state of Ohio, taking on the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions. Gage Bowers. Well, he's not really a young freshman anymore, is he? His third season of action. First pitch from Miller, in there for a called strike. Gage batting .295 for the season. Has 8 RBIs, double and a triple. Next pitch, Miller just caught him right at the knees. And Miller quickly ahead at 0-2. Will delivers. I just missed it. Down low. 1-2. We talked about, folks up here in the press box. These kids had to kind of wait around for a few extra minutes for the ref to show up. You wonder how it's going to affect their pitching. Miller came out and threw 2 straight strikes. Now he's throwing the second ball in a row. Evens the count at deuces. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This one swung on. This could be a little gapper. It is in right field. It's going to take a roll. Gage is going to round first, head to second, and he'll hold up. So a double to right field by Bowers, and we got things started here for Miami Trace with their opening hitter on the base paths. I'll bring up Brody McBee. McBee batting .483 for the season. As far as numbers are concerned, he is number 1. He also has 8 RBIs, 3 doubles, and a triple. Miller looking back to second, now comes home with a pitch. In there for called strike, outside corner. Just caught him. Austin Brown, the catcher, is on deck for Miami Trace. Just underway. Bowers, the lead off batter at second base after the double to the gap. And Kaufman bluffing as Bowers slides back into second base. Gavin's second year catching. He's a good one. Courthouse has had some good catchers over the years. Miller, curveball, misses high. Bowers off second, now good back, tags up. Miller steps off the pitching rubber. Try to bluff him back a little bit. Now takes about a 6-step lead. This one swung on. This could be some trouble. Scoops down to second. Heath over to first. And going on down to third base will be Bowers. So McBee will be out 4-3. That's 1 away. And I'll bring up Austin Brown. Austin, .412 in the batting average. He's got 10 RBIs. He's tied for third in the team in the RBI column. He's got 3 doubles. This one swung on down to first base and making the play, but the run will score. So Brown will ground out unassisted to the first baseman, but an RBI there makes it 1-0 by Brown, as coming in from third to score will be Bowers. So with that, Cooper Enoch's up now to bat. Coop, big swing, big miss, strike 1. Coop's struggling a little bit this year. Only batting .200. He's not had a lot of bats here lately. That one's quickly down 0-2. You got him and you got Higher but the guys have been some injuries on and off. That one's 3 straight swing, strikeout, and that ends the half inning. In that inning, Miami Trace comes across with 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and a half an inning in the books. Trace 1, Courthouse coming to bat.
Every journey is unique. Right now, students living in 36 Southwest Ohio school districts can explore over 30 hands-on programs offered across 4 Great Oaks campuses, including Laurel Oaks in Wilmington. These extraordinary opportunities for high school juniors and seniors are tuition-free and feature state-of-the-art labs designed to prepare students for whatever comes next. Pursue your passions, play to your strengths, discover your greatness. Great Oaks. Visit greatoaks.com.
All right, back here at Washington Courthouse, Battle of Fayette County. Miami Trace now will be on defense. And Will Miller, counterpart for the Blue Lions, will be up to bat. Stuckey, 5-0 for the season. 0.22 ERA. This is his 7th appearance. He's already pitched 32 in the 3rd innings. He's given up only 10 hits, 7 runs, and only one of them been earned. He's walked 10, struck out 57. He, of course, is going to Ohio University this coming fall. Plays a B-ball for the Bobcats. Got a lot of FSC athletes down there, seems like. Jackson's had a couple kids going down there. I think their catcher from last year's down there now. The coach's son. Can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he'll come to McGraw. That's
Will Miller.
McGraw, that was his name. So I believe he's playing down at OU this year. So Miller will step in, the lefty. Bryson Heath, the second baseman, and Aiden Osborne, the shortstop, will be on deck circles to see if they can do something here, as Trace has a 1-0 lead. Lefty against lefty. Whoa, and that hit him. Well, that's not the way to get things started. If you're a pitcher, you don't want to necessarily hit your counterpart. That is the 5th time this season so far that Stuckey has hit a batter. Bryson Heath now will step in. Squaring the bunt, does, fouls it off. Strike 1. 1-0. Trace leads. Bottom of the 1st. Courthouse. Will Miller gets hit by pitch, and now it's Mr. Heath up. The big O. Aiden Osborne is on deck. Quick pitch over to first, and runners back safely. Again, squares to bunt. This one's fouled off behind us. So quickly, 0-2 count. Again, tomorrow night, tape delayed. Trace, Courthouse girls out at Trace. We'll get the game on as soon as we possibly can after the game is concluded. That one is a high fly ball, and the second baseman will make the catch. And there's one away.
Now batting number 22, Aiden Osborne.
Aiden Osborne is up to bat. We don't have a lot of stats for Courthouse, unfortunately. They don't have all the information down. We can tell you that here lately, though, Osborne's hit the ball pretty decent. That one swung on, a sharp hit to center field, and we're going to have runners at first and second base. So a sharp single to center by Osborne.
Number 2, Gavin Kaufman.
And Miller goes to second base. So with one away and runners at first and second, I'll bring up the catcher, Gavin Kaufman. Both runners taking a big lead. Just made it inside corner. Like a changeup. Stuckey looks back at the runners. Here comes home with a pitch. That misses outside. 1-1 count. 320 down the left field line, 380 in dead center, and 315 down right. The measurements here at Washington Courthouse. That one swung on. Left fielder goes back, makes the catch, and everybody stays put on the long fly ball by
Now batting number 27,
Kaufman.
Cooper Robertson.
So Cooper Robinson, the first baseman, is now up to bat. Another left-handed batter for the Blue Lions. So runners at first and second, 2 out, 2 away. Stuckey. Whoa, they call it strike. Wow, I look a little bit outside of me, guys, but hey, I just do the play-by-play, right? They don't pay me to do enough to call the stats. Comes home with the pitch. Now, see, that looked like a strike, but it was a ball. 1-1 count. Stuckey looks. And now time called by Coop. Now steps back in. Swung on a miss for strike. So runs the count of ball and 2 strikes with 2 out and 2 on here in the bottom of the first, and a 1-0 Miami Trace lead. Left-handed with the delivery, way outside for a ball. 2-2. 2 out, 2 on. Deuce is wild, as we like to say there, David. Comes the delivery. Swung on a miss. Strike 3, and that's going to end the inning. In that inning, the Blue Lions come up with 1 hit. Had left 2 on base and no score. 1-0, Trace leads after 1 inning here on Fayette County Youth Sports, WCHC.
Jim Van Dyke's Automotive Center has been a part of serving the automotive needs of Fayette County and the surrounding area since 2001. From tune-ups, brakes, oil changes, heating and air conditioning systems, engines, and more, Jim Van Dyke's can work on all models, both foreign and domestic. Our goal at Jim Van Dyke's is to provide superior quality automotive service and repair in a friendly environment and in a timely manner while building a trusting friendship. You can stop by the shop at 2247 U.S. Route 22 Southwest, Washington Courthouse, or call 740-335-2000. That's 740-335-2000, or set up an appointment on their website at jimvandyke.com.
Back here at Washington Courthouse, we go to the top of the second inning. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 in the batting order. Stuckey, Heyer, and Colgrove. Will Miller back on the mound for his second inning pitching duty. Reminder, we have plenty of Fayette County Youth Sports if the weather cooperates. Tomorrow night, girls softball, Courthouse Trace, be a tape delayed broadcast. Thursday night, Courthouse and Blanchester. And we believe we're going to be able to do that one live. And then next week, we'll be here on Tuesday night with Hillsboro and Courthouse and baseball. And then a week from Friday, Jackson at Miami Trace. We're keeping our fingers crossed we can get that one on live. We've had hits and bits, haven't we, David? So we're hoping that we'll be all right and have that one. So we'll let you know as we get closer to it. All right, so Stuckey up to bat. Stuckey batting .364 for the season. He also has 8 RBIs, 2 doubles, and a triple. First pitch, Miller caught the outside corner, called strike. Gage, one of 3 seniors for the Panther team. And that's what I guess really the surprising thing is how young Coach Smith's got this team this year. Only 3 seniors. Miller in there for a called strike. Stuckey tried to back out a little bit and got caught. 1-2 count. That one outside, just missed. Got deuces again. Swung on this, strike 3. So the second strikeout of the game for Miller. Second in a row, and now bring up Jamison Heyer. Heyer playing center field. Jamison batting .382. He's a junior. He's got 12 hits so far this season, including 4 doubles. And that's in the screen. Strike 1. That one outside. Ball 1. Coach Smith down at the third base coaching box. And I believe that is Cody Snyder down at first. Come back with a strike. Cody was the head coach at Cedarville for the last couple years. And he came back to be on Coach Smith's staff this season. This one's swung on. It's out of play. So Bobby Gentry and John Phillips in on the coaching staff for the Panthers as well. That one's outside. Two. Miller sets. Swing and miss. Tag him out. Make sure he's out. So 3 straight strikeouts by Miller and 2 out in the inning. That brings up Evan Colgrove. Evan also hitting up very, very well, batting .382. He's got 15 RBIs leading the team, and he's got 2 doubles. Evan, third baseman for the Panthers. See some of the Blue Line players that were not part of that 2000 championship team hanging around watching this one. Guess had a little gathering for him yesterday down Buckeye Hills. Commemorate the activities. Old pictures and things like that. Miller with the delivery. down in the dirt a little bit. Runs count to a ball and 2 strikes. Again, 2 out. Kaufman keeping busy there behind the plate. Lefty comes with the delivery. Oh, got him on the elbow and hit him, and runner will go down to first. So Miller with a hit batter. So each pitcher now has 1 apiece. And Colgrove will take the walk down to first, and I'll bring up Cam Morton. Cam batting .242 for the season, 10 RBIs, including 2 doubles, and he's got the only home run for the Panthers. I'm thinking Osborne's got the only homer for Courthouse.
Lots hit one to Jackson.
That one's down low and outside.
Sam Lots hit one at Courthouse at Jackson.
Short lead at first by Colgrove.
Yes.
Did he hold it up? Official said nope, went around, strike. Good work there between the umpires. Swung on a miss. Strike 2. 1-2 count. So Miller again head of the count here on the 8th batter here in this contest. Early second inning with 2 out. Runner at first base. Miller glances over, now goes back to, and now overthrows it. Runner quickly will get up and will make the run down to second. So that's going to be an error on Miller. So he picks up an error. And with that, Colgrove goes down to second base. So 1-2 count, still out, 2 out. Held up. Yep. 2-2. Had a lot of 2-2 counts so far, haven't we? Another 2-2 counts with 2 balls and the runner at second. In the top of the second. Swung and miss, strike 3 in the inning. In that inning, though, strike out the side, but in between that, got to hit the batter and got the second on the air. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 man left on base. 1.5, it's Trace, 1. Courthouse Zip here on the Fayette County Youth Sports WCHC.
Is your child transitioning from an infant seat to a convertible seat, or from a convertible to a booster seat? Is your family income eligible for WIC? Help Me Grow has a limited number of car seats available at no cost to families that live in Fayette County. A certified child passenger safety technician will teach you how to properly use the car seat for your child and how to correctly install the seat in your vehicle. This program is available to primary caregivers who cannot afford a safe seat for their child. Limit of 1 seat per child. Call Help Me Grow at 740-335-5111 to see if you qualify today.
Back here at Washington Courthouse, we understand it was Sam Lutz that got the home run down at Jackson. I think I said Aiden, so it was Sam. So appreciate that correction. Of course, Sam is out injury, and they're missing his bat and also his pitching. He's been going pretty good, but a bone or something around between his leg and his waist. It's very, very aggravated. And they basically said, let's get you about a couple weeks, I should notice. So hopefully he'll be back in time for the playoffs. So that's another key injury for the Blue Lions. First pitch by Stuckey in there for a called strike. Courthouse trying to pick up another win here in both the league and overall. That one's outside. Trace 11-1 overall, 3-1 in the league. Courthouse, we got them with 4 wins, 4-5 overall, and they're 3-3 in the league. They're behind Jackson, Trace, and then Hillsboro. Hillsboro's got 2 losses. Swan on miss, strike 3. So Eskins goes down swinging.
Landon St. Clair.
So second batter in a row that's been struck out by Gage. And Tyler St. Clair is now up, center fielder. First pitch. That one's fouled off, out of play. St. Clair swung on a miss. This is Tyler's son, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. So Tyler St. Clair, he was a member of that 2000 state championship team. This is his son. That is fouling the ball off. I said when they start doing games with grandpas, that's when I'm getting out of the business. I've had a lot of dads and I've had a lot of sons, but grandpas, I don't think I want to do. That one's off. 2-2 count. Bottom of the second, 1 out. Swung a miss. Strike 3. 2 down. Third straight strikeout.
Now batting number 29, Logan Creighton.
Logan Apes up now. Another left-handed batter. Left fielder. Lefty Stuckey comes in and gets him on the outside corner for a cut strike. That's another one way outside. That one misses. Ball and a strike. Tyree is on deck for Courthouse. Oh, I just caught it. Oh, my goodness. That was kind of a late call there. 1-2. Stuckey. Well, that one's outside. He's just moving the ball all over the place, isn't he? My goodness. 2-2 count. Swung a miss. Runner's going to go down to first. So takes advantage of the missed third strike. And we're going down to second base.
Now batting number 19, Keontae Tyree.
Pass ball there by the catcher. So still with 2 away. Go back top of the order. No, we go to Tyree, excuse me. Keontae Tyree, right fielder. First pitch, caught the corner, outside high. So again, naps at first after running on a pass ball to the catcher on a called strike 3. And now Tyree's trying to see if he can get him in. His Courthouse is down 1-0. Here in the bottom of the second inning. Swung a miss for a strike. 1-2 count.
Hey, learn something, Keontae. Come on.
Come in with a pitch and called strike 3 and swings, and that's going to be the inning. Again, just like we saw Miller do to Trace, Stuckey does to Courthouse. He gets 3 strikeouts in the inning, but yet a man got on base. No runs, no hits. 1 man left on base. We've got 2 in the books. It's still 1-0. Miami Trace leading Washington Courthouse on Fayette County Youth Sports. WCHC. We're Washington Courthouse Communications. S&D Family Tires, located at 333 West Court Street in downtown Washington Courthouse, remind you that you'll find top brand name tires right in their showroom. Steve and his staff can offer you a wide variety, including Bridgestone and Cooper. You'll find an impressive selection of premium wheels and tires for your vehicle. S&D Family Tires offers mounting tires for $12, balancing tires for $12. They offer rotation, alignment, and so much more. Call for an appointment or stop by. Give them a call at 740-313-7425 or stop by 333 West Court Street in downtown Washington Courthouse. Open daily 8 to 5, Saturdays 8 to noon. All right, it's about to the 3rd inning here now, as it's going to be Miami Trace. We'll go 9-1-2. Longhorn, Bowers, and McBee. There's only one other varsity boys game today, Hillsboro and Greenfield. Jackson is not playing Chillicothe until tomorrow. And they're going to play Tuesday and Wednesday. I don't know if it's because Jackson wanted a couple days off from that trip down south or what, but I saw where they're going to play those on Tuesday and Wednesday. Maybe. Dave and I have been talking this weather. I don't know. They're calling for rain tomorrow morning and rain all afternoon and evening, so we'll see what happens, I guess. But right now, today, it is absolutely beautiful. This is baseball weather, my friends. Xavier Longhorn up, and he bunts on the very first pitch down in front of Kaufman, and overthrows it. It's going to go all the way down the right foul territory. Longhorn goes around second, and he's going to have to hold up. So he'll reach on an error and then goes to second on the play. That will be an error on the catcher. And so Courthouse now has 2 errors so far in the game, one on Miller and now one on Kaufman. And your batteries is not the guy that you want to see throwing the ball around loosely. So we'll go back to the top of the order, and Gage Bowers, who hit a solid double to the gap in right center in the first inning and scored the only run, first pitch to him by Miller's called strike. Longhorns at second base. Called strike. 0-2 count. Miller sets, delivers. Swung on. Bowers. Short grounder to second. Throw to first. Got him. Oh, man, that was bang, bang. Longhorn goes to third on the throw. Bowers will be out 6-3, excuse me. And that will give him the first out of the inning, bring up Brody McBee. Man, that was close. Cooper Robertson at first base dug that ball out and got it in that web to get the bang-bang play. This one's fouled off over by the Trace dugout. In case you're listening, hey, you still got time to come on out. We're only in the top of the 3rd inning. And beautiful, beautiful weather. That one's outside for a ball. Ball and strike. Runner at third. 1 away. Stuckey with the delivery. Got him high, let her high. And some of the Trace fans, they didn't like the call. That's life, right? 1 and 2. There's always going to be a call or two that neither side's going to like. And I just missed on that one. Miller sets. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So with 2 away, I'll bring up Austin Brown. Austin grounded out. Excuse me, he grounded out to the first baseman, but got an RBI. Knocking in the only run. That one swung on. Whoa, gave Osborne a little problems. He gets it up, and he did not get him. Did not get him. Run will score. And now we're going to have a little conference with the officials here. They're saying that Robertson pulled his foot. And now they're going to check with the base umpire. Now he's going to confer with the home umpire. Courthouse is starting to run off the field. They think they got the third out. He's safe. So Brown will get an infield hit on another yet bang-bang play. Longhorn will get the run. That makes it 2-0. Give Brown the RBI, his second of the game, by the way. And I'll bring up Cooper Enix. Swing and a miss for a strike. Partially fouled off.
Come on, Will, keep us here.
Quick throw to first. He's safe. So now time called as Brown's holding his back a little bit. Might stretch it just a tad bit. What do you think? Camera's down on him. Coach staff said, "You all right, dude?" And he said, "Yeah, let's go for it." Meanwhile, Coach Hazel came out to talk to the umpire. Probably still harking that last call at first base. Comes a delivery. Call strike. 0-2. Miller ahead of the count. Against Cooper Enix. Runner goes, there's the pitch, and it'll be a ball, and sliding in safely will be Brown on the stolen base. It's the first one of the game for the Panthers. So now scoring position by Brown. Man, that breeze feels good. Whew. Miller sets, delivers high outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2-0. Trace leads it. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. That one, strike 3. And Fans again not happy with that late call. In that inning, there was 1 run, 1 hit, and a man left on base. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Panthers are up 2-0 over Washington Courthouse as you're listening to Fayette County Youth Sports on WCHC. We're Washington Courthouse Communication.
The Fayette County Veterans Service Commission offers services ranging from claim submission, emergency financial support, memorial affairs, and transportation to and from VA doctor's appointments. We're here to help. Call us at 740-335-1610 to see how we can best service you.
Well, we head to the bottom of the 3rd. It's top of the order for Washington Courthouse. Miller, Heath, and Osborne. Set the defense for you. We haven't done that yet. First base for Miami Trace will be Cam Morton. Second base will be Brady McBee. Shortstop, Gage Bowers. Down at 3rd will be Evan Colgrove. Left fielder is going to be Cooper Enix. In center, it's going to be Jamison Heyer. Right field, Xavier Longhorn. Catching, of course, will be Austin Brown and Gage Stuckey on the mound. So that's your defense for Miami Trace. We'll check it. Courthouse on their next turn down on the defensive field.
Update from the softball field. Looks like bottom of the 3rd. We've got Miami Trace 6 and the Blue Lions 0.
All right. So David keeping an eye on that.
Lucky I wore my glasses today.
All right. Good job, bud. Proud of you. The two lefties. Miller against Stuckey. Last time Miller got hit by a pitch. That time Stuckey made sure he didn't hit him because he pitched away outside and high. But it's called strike. So he caught the corner. He missed on that one. 1-1. That one swung on, and it will go foul. I heard it, but I don't know where it went. One-two count. Comes the delivery. Again misses outside. Deuces, 2-2. I think every batter Stuckey's faced so far has been 2-2 counts. See what he does here. That he got swung on a miss for strike 3. So Miller goes down swinging.
Number 10, Bryson Heath.
And that is 5 of the last 6 batters he has struck out. Now bring up Bryson Heath. Heath popped up to the second baseman his first time up. Inside corner, caught strike at the knees. Stuckey going to OU in the fall. Play B-ball in the MAC conference. Swung a miss for a strike. So quickly ahead of the batter. Heath at 0-2. Grounder down to third. Sidearm delivery. Morton, it's thrown wide, and he's going to stay put. He'll reach on an air. So Heath will reach on a air by the third baseman. And they'll bring up Mr. Osborne. Aiden single to center his first time up.
just shot. The ref sent a shot.
Quick throw to first. And correctly said it was Morton at third. Made the throwing area. It was Colgrove. Throws across first to Morton. Apologize for that. That one's down low for a ball. 1-0 count. Stuckey, another throw over to first. Heath back safely. Dow caught the outside corner for a called strike. Huh. Comes a delivery. Missed. Two 2-1 count coming up. To Osborne. Curveball there. That called strike. Deuces again. 2-2. 1 out, 2-0. Bottom of the third inning. Trace with the lead. That one's outside. Full count. Stuckey sets, delivers. Swung on, miss by Osborne for a strikeout.
It's now batting number 2, Gavin Kaufman.
That's now 6 of the last 8 batters he has struck out. And that'll bring up Gavin Kaufman. Say Stuckey's on a roll is an understatement. Gage with the delivery, swung on a miss for a strike. Gavin flew out to left field. His first time up. Stuckey delivers, swung on, and this one's going to get right in front of the left fielder. So a single, hit there by the Blue Lions. Couldn't come at a better time. And now put Heath at second. And Kaufman's at first. Cooper Robertson is now up. He has struck out to end the first inning of play. So Courthouse has runners at first and second with 2 away here in the bottom of the third, trailing 2-0. Called strike. Man, that's a wide strike zone, isn't it?
Largest strike zone I've ever seen.
Yeah, that is the biggest one I've seen. Jeez. That one's fouled off. So quickly down 0-2, and Cooper fouled that one off him a little bit.
So took the bounce that nobody wants to take.
Yeah. And we'll just let it go at that. We don't have to explain it.
Yep. Family friendly.
Family-friendly broadcast here.
Looks like we got 7-2 over at the softball field in the fourth.
Trace girls have been playing some pretty good softball. I believe they won like 4 in a row, 5 in a row. Courthouse did get a win the other night, big win. Very young team Trevor's got this year.
They're definitely in a rebuilding phase.
Yeah, definitely wanting to try to get things sorted out there and get a couple wins heading into the tournament. Trace, meanwhile, they're trying to see if they can get it. After they lost, I think, 5 or 6 games, they've now gotten on a streak here where they're still a couple games under 500, but they're doing pretty decent in the league. But Jackson's running away with it right now. They got a 2-game lead over Chillicothe. In fact, Jackson is already guaranteed at least no worse than the co-championship. So that's pretty good. You already got it wrapped up here with still 2 weeks to go. This one swung on, fouled, out of play. Oh, 2 count. Stuckey to Robertson. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And yet another strikeout and another opportunity for the Blue Lions, not able to get anybody in. No runs, 1 hit, was an error, and there's 2 left on base. We've got 3 in the books, and it's still 2-0. Miami Trace over Washington Courthouse. You're watching Fayette County Sports right here on WCHC. We're Washington Courthouse Communication.
As you plan your elective surgeries, remember that the best rehabilitation is right here locally at Courthouse Manor and St. Catherine's Manor of Washington Courthouse. With physical, occupational, and speech therapy 7 days a week, our teams can get you back to enjoying life. Courthouse Manor and St. Catherine's Manor, sister facilities with a family feel.
Back here at the Washington Courthouse Outdoor Sports Complex, as they like to call it. And in baseball action, it's 2-0 in favor of Miami Trace, the visitors. And the celebration of the 2000 Washington Courthouse Division II State Championship team. In case you're just tuning in, Rob Smith, who's the manager at Miami Trace, was the manager that year at Courthouse. And Brian Yazel, who is the coach now here at Washington Courthouse, was shortstop on that team. I was telling David, I remember doing that game. That goes to show you how old I am.
Yeah, pretty sure I remember listening to that game with you and
Stu.
Stu, yeah.
Yeah. That was fun. Went up 2 straight days, did the semifinals, came back the next day and did the championship game. It was with a walk-off in the bottom of the 7th to clinch it. Good times, good times. Will Miller up the mound, on the mound. First pitch to Stuckey. 2 counterparts against each other. Stuckey shows bunt, backs out, swing and miss. 0-2. Set the blue line defense here in just a moment. Since we've already done Trace. That one's outside. First base is Cooper Robertson. Second base is Bryson Heath. Shortstop, Aiden Osborne. And down at third is Kyler Erkins. Swung and a miss, strike 3. So good strikeout there by Miller. And that gives him 4 of the last 7 that he has struck out. And I'll bring up Jamison Heyer, who was one of those strikeout victims earlier. Swung on high in the air. Right fielder, Tyree, got it. So 2 down. Quickly finishing the defense for you. Logan Knapp is the left fielder. Center fielder is Tyler St. Clair. Right field is Tyree. Catching, Kevin Kaufman. And, of course, pitching, Will Miller. So 2 away. That goes now to Evan Colgrove, who was hit by a pitch back in the second and was stranded at third. Check out, he was stranded at second after a throwing error.
Umpire takes one to the ankle, looks like.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad we're up here.
Yeah.
or at least on the other side of the fence.
Maybe that shot will fix the strike zone.
You said it. I didn't say it.
I know.
And that's outside for a ball. 2-0 count. Swung on. Foul territory. Robertson over. There is the third out. Foul out number to the first baseman, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth. The score, Miami Trace still 2, Courthouse nothing. You're watching Fayette County Sports right here on WCHC. We're watching Courthouse Communication.
M&M Fasteners has been supplying quality fasteners across the United States since 1996. M&M supplies our customers with all types of fasteners, from standard nuts and bolts to specials per your prints. M&M Fasteners is a complete fastener importer and distributor that can custom tailor our services to meet your customer needs. Whether it's one part or 1,000 parts to be customized for a special job, M&M can thread, turn, mill, drill, and weld parts to meet your specifications. For details, call us at 740-335-1641 or see us at our website at mmfast.com.
Back here at Washington Courthouse, we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. This game really can't be too much closer, even though the score is 2-0. Both Stuckey and Miller, I've got them down with 7 strikeouts each. I've got Trace with, let me see here, 2 hits, and they've taken advantage of 2 throwing errors from Courthouse. Blue Lions have got, they got 2 hits as well.
17, Kylan Meskin.
And they have committed 1 error. So if you look at the scoreboard, it's pretty much tight. But on the scoreboard, all that matters is who's got more runs. And right now it's Trace, the run in first, run at third. And Courthouse now trying to see if they can get something going here in the fourth. Kyle Erkson, with the first pitch to him. Swung on a miss for a strike. Sword hit foul out of play. Swung on. This one is taking a ride, and this one is going to go all the way to the fence. This looks like he's going for a 3, and he's going in sliding. So a big hit there for Washington Courthouse's Kyler Eskins with a triple to center field. And he got that all the way to the fence, David, in about 360 or so in the gap. So with that, to see if that gets the Blue Lions going, now bring up Tyler St. Clair, who struck out his first time up to bat. Inner called strike right above the knees. 2-0, but Courthouse has got a runner at third here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Swung on, fouled, 0-2. In case you missed it earlier, their celebration for the 2000 Division II Washington Courthouse Blue Lions State Championship team. And then we had to just sit around and wait for 15 minutes before the official shows up. But once they got here, we've been going at a pretty good speed. Missed on the third strike. They're going to throw it to first. He's out. Did not take advantage of it, did not run from third. He stays, so St. Clair will go down as a strikeout. That will make 8 now for Mr. Stuckey. And that will bring up Logan Knapp. First pitch, outside for ball. Got on via throwing error by the catcher. Yeah, it looks like the official is going to have a conference. Decide not to, so they go back to action. Got him. Let her high. 2-1. Outfield pretty much straight away. Swung a miss. Strike two. Yep, here we go again. 2 balls, 2 strikes in the count. Stuckey. Strike 3. That was kind of a delayed call, wasn't it?
Now batting number 19,
I think
Tyree.
Knapp already knew that he was already he struck out, so he started walking toward the dugout before the official made the call. So that is 9 strikeouts now for Stuckey. Tyree is now up to bat. Called strike. Conte with a strikeout his first time up. Swung a miss, strike 2. Just missed. High ball. 1-2 count. Beautiful spring afternoon here in April. Baseball action. And that's called strike 3, and that ends the inning. So, after the opening triple by Eskine, he's left stranded there and 3 straight strikeouts, and so no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We got 4 in the books, and it's still 2-0 Miami Trace over Washington Courthouse here on WCHC. We're Washington Courthouse Communication.
In the spring of 1991, my parents established the Summers Funeral Home to provide thoughtful, caring, and respectful services to families who are in pain from the loss of a loved one. This is Vanessa Summers, and we at the Summers Funeral Home continue our commitment to the community and treating everyone with the utmost professional care that we can provide. For more information on how we can better serve you in your time of need, please give us a call at 740-335-6078, or please feel free to stop by our office at 223 West Market Street, Washington Courthouse, Ohio, 43160.
Playing baseball and softball action still coming up over the next couple weeks. Got behind there a couple, I think 2 dates we had rained out or it's too cold. But tomorrow night, weather permitting, tape the late broadcast of Miami Trace Washington Courthouse softball. Thursday night, Courthouse and Blanchester softball. The next Tuesday, live broadcast of Courthouse and Hillsboro. And then a week from Friday, Trace and Jackson. And then, like I say, we'll see what the tournament schedules look like, and we'll go from there. So, Washington Courthouse, Will Miller on the mound for his 5th inning of work. Again, Morton up to bat, 8-9-1. First pitch and over called strike. Stuckey's got 10 strikeouts so far in 4 innings. Miller's got 7. So we head into the 5th. Swung on a miss. Quick strike 2. Must have heard me. He's going to think he's going to have to speed it up here a little bit. I don't know. Oh, that's way outside for a ball. Retrieved by one of the Panthers. Tossing the ball.
Warning
Huh?
Gave the dugout a warning, apparently, or
Yeah,
coach a warning or something.
Yeah, I guess the player can't throw the ball directly or something. Yeah. He can't. A player cannot get the ball and then toss it back into a player and it's in play. They've got to have the umpire's got to be able to be the one that gives the ball to the pitcher. Ticky-tacky, but oh well. Guess it's better to learn it now. It's your trace, as a player, don't touch the ball, guys. Well, after that, a quick strike 3, and Morton goes down swinging. Strikeout number 8 for Miller, and now bring up Xavier Longhorn. Xavier reached on an error and then came all the way around to score the second run. So one away here in the top of the 5th inning. In what's been a pretty quickly paced game. Tries to bunt it up high. Catcher catches it in foul territory. There's 2 away. Good play there by Gavin Kaufman on the foul out. So 2 away. And I'll bring up Gage Bowers. So good play there by Kaufman. That makes up for a throwing error there earlier, didn't it? So 2 away. Gage Bowers stepping back in. He's got a double, scored a run, and has grounded out. So 1 for 2 day for him. Strike. Quickly, Miller had 0-2 in the count. Lefty comes. Whoa, that was wide. Now, I guess Miller, he can touch the ball since it's live ball. Can't have the opposition do it, though, David. Hey, we're always learning something new every day. Pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And just like that, they go down 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Our score remains Miami Trace 2, Blue Lions zip. You're watching Fayette County Youth Sports here on WCHC. We're Washington Courthouse Communications.
Is your child transitioning from an infant seat to a convertible seat, or from a convertible to a booster seat? Is your family income eligible for WIC? Help Me Grow has a limited number of car seats available at no cost to families that live in Fayette County. A certified child passenger safety technician will teach you how to properly use the car seat for your child and how to correctly install the seat in your vehicle. This program is available to primary caregivers who cannot afford a safe seat for their child. Limit of 1 seat per child. Call Help Me Grow at 740-335-5111 to see if you qualify today.
Gage Stuckey working on a 3-hitter against the Blue Lions. He's got 10 strikeouts so far in the contest as they go to the bottom of the 5th. And we once again will go back to the top of the order in Miller, Heath, and Osborne. 1, 2, 3. Once again, we are glad to have you with us on this Monday evening.
Now batting number 18, Will
Fayette County Youth. This, you can tell I'm getting old. Some of this music is like, what? First pitch, caught high outside corner. Oh, Mr. Leach here, he's still a young fella. He's probably used to all this music and stuff, so. That one's down low, outside for a ball. 1-1 count. Now, they were doing pretty good. They were playing a lot of 70s and 80s. Well, that's back when I was disc jockeying. I knew about all those songs. Whoa, solid shot over the second baseman's head and into right field. So hit number 4 for the Blue Lions and a solid single to right by
number 10,
Will Miller. Now bring up Bryson Heath. Bryson has popped up to second and has reached on an error by the third baseman. So the Blue Lions trying to get something going here. Down 2-0 in the bottom of the 5th. Comes a delivery. Down low for a ball. Swung on. High in the air, and the center fielder gets under it, and the runner will retrieve his steps. So Heath with the long fly ball to center field. I'll bring up Aiden Osborne. Aiden has a single and has struck out, so 1 for 2 day for him so far. These two teams, weather permitting, will play again tomorrow out at Miami Trace. Whoa, that was close. Jackson still has to play Chillicothe and Trace. Courthouse, after this series, still has to play Hillsboro in league play. Plus a lot of non-conference games as well. Up time. Osborne steps out. In fact, the whole second week of May for Courthouse baseball's all non-conference. I think there's like 5 opponents in 6 days, or something like that. That one's down low. Oh, they're going to call that a strike. Okay. Played a switcheroozy on me there, David. Thought that was way outside. 1-1 count. That one swung on, and that will be in foul territory. Out of play. So 1-2 count, 1 away, runner at first. Bottom of the 5th, 2-0. Courthouse trying to get something going here. Liberty Aiden's high and outside for ball. Got deuces again, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, Stuckey's got a lot of strikeouts, but he's thrown an awful lot of 2-2 pitches too. Be interesting to see what his total is tonight when this is all said and done. There's the throw down to second, and Osborne is out on a called strike 3. Runners will advance to second on the stolen base by Miller.
Now batting number 2,
so
Kaufman.
Strikeout number 11 for Stuckey. So 2 away and a runner now at second base. Gavin Kaufman now is up to bat. Kaufman want to get it past the infield and get into the outfield and try to get a run in. See what happens here. Swung on over by the blue line dugout. Kaufman is flown out to the left and has a single to left. This would be a right time to pull the ball to right. Yeah, missed it. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Stuckey looking back, comes home with a pitch. High. 1-2. One swung on. Hanging tough. Count stays at 1-2, though. Don't forget, after our post-game program, the star of the game will announce star from both Crace and Courthouse. This one's fouled off. You got the winter sports still. We got to get that on the air. I believe May 17th is the date. And then we'll come back with the spring sports in early June and get them out of the way before everybody starts taking off for the summer. Swung on, and another foul ball. 3 in a row. Well, there's one thing. He's hanging in there, isn't he? So Kaufman will step back in. Glances back to second. Comes home with a pitch. Just missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second. 2-0. No, it's not a broken record. That's just been the count a lot today. That's one fouled off. Kaufman hanging tough. He's fouled 4 of the last 5 pitches off. Comes a delivery. Swung on. Down between short and third. They're going to send the runner. Here comes the throw to home. Will not be in time. And going already wound to third base. And sliding will be Kaufman. So give Kaufman a double to left center field. He'll go to third on the throw. Scoring will be Miller from second base. So Kaufman picks up the RBI, and now we have a 2-1 ball game. So Kaufman hanging tough, man. He was bound determined he was going to get that ball to hit in a position where he was able to get it between a couple players, and finally, after fouling 4 of 5 pitches off, he was able to get it between short and third base. So Kaufman's down at third, 2 out, 2-1 ball game. Trace with the lead. Robertson up, and that's right back to the mound. Stuckey flips it first. That's it. But the Blue Lions are able to at least get on the scoreboard. In that inning, 1 run. They do it on 2 hits. There was no errors, and there was 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Their score, Miami Trace 2, Courthouse 1. You're listening to Fayette County Sports right here on WCHC. We're Washington Courthouse Communication.
Were you exposed to toxins or other hazards while serving our country? If so, please give the Fayette County Veterans Service Commission a call at 740-335-1610 to schedule an appointment. Let us assist you to get the benefits that you rightfully deserve.
Back here at Washington Courthouse, we go to the last 2 regular scheduled innings, that is. The 6th, Miami Trace leading it by a score of 2-1. Trying to do some real quick figuring here. And it's starting to get a little exciting, to say the least. I've got Miami Trace with 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors. I've got Washington Courthouse with 1 run on 5 hits and 2 errors. Stuckey with 11 strikeouts and Miller with 9. Both teams, though, have hit batters. No, there's not been any walks in the game so far. See anything, Dave?
Nope, forgot. A couple hit by pitch, but no walks. You're right.
Yeah.
What we got over at the softball field? Court looks like Courthouse's last chance in the bottom of the 5th, and the score is Miami Trace 18, Washington Courthouse 2.
18-2, Trace leads in softball, bottom of the 5th inning, so Trace has got to, nothing else, avoid the mercy rules, got to get at least 7 runs. Well, we go to the top of the 6th, 2, 3, and 4. Brody McBee is up. He's grounded out and also has struck out, I should say. Austin Brown's on deck. Inside, called strike. Miller on his 6th inning of pitching duty. And what has turned out to be a very, very good ball game today between these 2 county rival squads. That one's outside for a ball. Time called by the umpire. Time back in. I think one of the baseballs slipped out of his pocket there. Comes a delivery. That one's outside for a ball. And we got a 2-2 count. I should have kept track of how many 2-2 counts we've had today. Both pitchers. I never even thought about it. Did he hold up? Nope. Official said nope. He stayed. So, full count. Miller seeing if he can pick up strikeout number 10 right here. And instead he gets a foul off into the far right field line on a play. Comes the delivery. Did he got him? Fouled it off. Strike 3. So, McBee goes down swinging. That is strikeout unofficially number 10. And that will bring up Austin Brown. Austin has reached on an air and scored, or has a RBI, then came back and hit a single to deep center and got an air and scored again, or I should say knocked in another run. And he's not going to knock a run in there because he flies out to center field. So 2 down. So I'm saying is Brown's got both RBIs in the game.
And I think that was the final score over there at the softball field.
8-2?
18-2.
18-2. Trace. Okay, 5 innings. Cooper Enix up to bat. Comes the delivery. That one's down in the dirt. Don't forget, we'll update you later on this evening on our Facebook page, Fayette 43160, which you can also find on the FayetteCam.org website. This one is swung on. This one's good, taking a ride, and it's gone all the way to the fence, and going in with a double, standing up, will be Cooper Enix. So he took that bad boy for a ride all the way to the fence, close to about 324 to 325. Enix, believe it or not, that's his first double of the season. So it brings up now Stuckey. First pitch. This one's fouled down the line. And Coach Smith's going to send him. And going in with a stand-up double will be Stuckey. So back-to-back doubles by Miami Trace. And they bump this lead up now to 3-1. So scoring will be Enix all the way from second base and an RBI for Stuckey. So 3-1, and I'll bring up now Jamison Heyer. So all of a sudden, the bats are coming alive for the Panthers here in the sixth. First pitch is swung on, and they're going to have to hustle. Right fielder got it. And that will end the inning. So the back-to-back doubles came after 2 outs, but it ends with the fly ball to right field, but not before Miami Trace is able to get another run in. They did on 2 hits. There was no errors, and 1 man left on. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's Miami Trace 3. Washington Courthouse 1. You're listening to high school baseball action on Fayette County Sports, WCHC, we're Washington Courthouse Communication.
We should go bowl and have the best pizza in Fayette County tonight.
Ugh, I don't want to go to 2 places.
Well, we don't have to. The best pizza in Fayette County comes from the local pizzeria, Amori's Pizzeria, just inside Leo Lanes.
Really? No way.
Yes way. Come on in and grab a lane and the best pizza in town. Leo Lanes and Amori's Pizzeria, located right across from the Fayette County Fairgrounds.
Call Leella Lanes at 740-335-2580 to order your pizza today.
Well, we're back here at Washington Courthouse, and things now starting to get a little interesting as the Panthers have pulled ahead by 2 runs after that back-to-back double, 2 out. First by Enix and then Gage Stuckey's double to left field. Down the line, getting Enix to score from second base. So now Stuckey's got a 3-1 lead. He can protect a little bit, but Courthouse has got to get something going here. They still about hit Courthouse 5-4, but still they have not been able to get ahead on the runs. So it looks like it's going to be Erskine, Claire, and Knapp. So Kyler coming up, he struck out, but he's also hit a triple his last time up. That was deep center. So he knows he can get the ball and play. Let's see if he can do it here again and keep his Blue Lions ahead, or at least get them in playing position where they can try to get ahead. Comes the pitch. Caught him on the outside corner for a called strike. Comes delivery. Ooh, nice curve. Just missed. See that bad boy curve? Jeez. Swung on a miss for another strike. Count goes to 1-2. Comes the delivery. Oh.
Are you serious?
Now he got him. Well, the officials kind of held up for the last second and finally decides to call strike three. You talk about a delay. My goodness. I'm not sure what he was doing, but.
Fashionably late to the ballpark and to the strike.
Tyler St. Clair's up. He struck out twice so far. The 12 strikeouts that Stuckey has picked up so far in this game. Yeah, I thought he would at least check with the home base, the plate umpire, if he had any doubts, but he just okay, you're gone. That's a swing and a miss. Stuckey hit 0-2. That one's in the dirt. Second pitch to umpire by Stuckey tonight.
Hadn't taught him nothing.
Don't think that gives him a stat though. That one's outside. Yep, you guessed it. Bet you can't guess what the count is. Yeah, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I'm not going to say it because it's on the screen.
Oh, well. That one's high in the air, and it's going to be out of play right behind the Panther dugout. Stays at 2-2, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Oh, that curve worked beautifully. Nice pitch. Another strikeout. Number 13, unofficially.
Number 29, Logan Crape.
And Logan Crape's now up. Nape with a reach on an error and has struck out. Lefty against lefty. First pitch outside for ball. Comes back into the pitch and it's high. Stuckey sets, delivers. Called strike. Outside corner. 2-1. I was right down the pike. There was no doubt on that pitch. Logan's like, I should have did something with that one. 2-2, 2 out. Strike 3. 1-2-3 inning. Once again for Miami Trace. We go to the 7th. Score remains Miami Trace 3, Blue Lions 1 here on WCHC. We're watching Courthouse Communication.
Jim Van Dyke's Automotive Center has been a part of serving the automotive needs of Fayette County and the surrounding area since 2001. From tune-ups, brakes, oil changes, heating and air conditioning systems, engines, and more, Jim Van Dyke's can work on all models, both foreign and domestic. Our goal at Jim Van Dyke's is to provide superior quality automotive service and repair in a friendly environment and in a timely manner while building a trusting friendship. You can stop by the shop at 2247 U.S. Route 22 Southwest, Washington Courthouse, or call 740-335-2000. That's 740-335-2000, or set up an appointment on their website at jimvandyke.com.
Want to thank those folks that are tuned in to our broadcast this evening, whether it be on Facebook or on YouTube. David's been kind of watching the names coming up. A lot of people.
Oh, we had, let's see, Todd Thomas checked in from Mount Myers. Go Blue, he says.
Look down here, you see a lot of folks from both school systems So that's good. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. 3-1. Miami Trace with the lead. Coach Rob Smith's 6 outs away from win 452. Brian Yazel is hoping that he can get a win, but first of all, he's got to start to see if Miller can shut the team down here in the top of the 7th with a 1-3 deficit. Will on the 7th inning of work. This one is a short chopper down to third, throw to first, and they got him. So going out was Evan Colgrove, 5-3. So with one away, I'll bring up Cam Morton, who struck out twice so far in the game. Comes the delivery. That one's a half swing, and it's halfway behind us. Comes a delivery. That's outside. Again, in baseball tonight, it's Greenfield and Hillsborough playing. Jackson and Chillicothe is not going to play until tomorrow night. They're going to go Tuesday, Wednesday. Swing and a miss for a strike. 1-2. All the softball games, though, are on for this evening in the league. And it's outside. And we just mentioned a few minutes ago, the last final we had was Trace won over at Courthouse 18-2 and 5. If we don't get any scores before tonight, we'll have them for you later on this evening. Oh, nice pitch. Miller gets it in there for a called strike. That gives him now 11 in the game. 2 down. Xavier.
He's giving the score update.
Greenfield is up 2-1. That's boys, right? Delayed, bottom of the 7th. Oh, that's interesting. I hope that's not mean we're going to get a rain or anything.
No, that means the game's over.
Oh, the game's over.
If it's bottom of the 7th and they're up 2-1, then the home team.
Okay, home. So Hillsborough won 2-1.
No, Greenfield.
Greenfield won 2-1. Okay, thank you. That one's outside. So with that, man, the league race is getting really interesting here. Quickly, Longhorn is down 1-2. And they got him on the outside corner for a called strike 3. Miller picks up number 12 for the game. They go down again, 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Blue Lions need some runs. Down 3-1 here on WCHC. We're watching Courthouse Communication.
Every journey is unique. Right now, students living in 36 Southwest Ohio school districts can explore over 30 hands-on programs offered across 4 Great Oaks campuses, including Laurel Oaks and Wilmington. These extraordinary opportunities for high school juniors and seniors are tuition-free and feature state-of-the-art labs designed to prepare students for whatever comes next. Pursue your passions, play to your strengths, discover your greatness. Great Oaks. Visit greatoaks.com.
Okay, we're going to the bottom of the 7th inning. 3-1 score here. Miami Trace with the lead. Told you a few minutes ago there that Greenfield beat Hillsborough 2-1. So if you look at your standings, Jackson's currently 4-0 in the league. Trace, if they win, would be 4-1. Chillicothe would be 4-2. Courthouse would be 3-4. Greenfield would be 2-5, and Hillsborough would be 1-6. That's if things hold. And of course, tomorrow night, as we mentioned before, Chillicothe and Jackson will play the first of 2, and they'll play again on Wednesday night, weather permitting, of course. So, see if Mr. we can get things going here in the bottom of the 7th. Called strike. Stuck again on the mound. Trying to go for the complete game. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Gage with the delivery outside for a ball. 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So there's one away here in the bottom of the 7th. Strikeout unofficially number 14 now for Stuckey. Top of the order. Mr. Miller is up the time. He's been hit by a pitch, struck out, singled, and has scored a run. First pitch in the dirt for ball. Now the officials are going out and saying, I'm going to let you have this baseball, and I'll take that baseball in exchange, okay? Going pretty good pace. We only played about an hour and 40 minutes. That one's caught strike. Miller took all the way. 1-1 is your count. Called strike 2. High outside corner. Swung on and foul out play. Don't forget, after our post-game program, we'll announce the McDonald's player of the game, both Courthouse and Trace. This one's high in the air. Left fielder got it. It's 2 away.
Now batting number 10, Bryson Heath.
Cooper Enix on the catch. And that brings up now Bryson Heath, who has struck out, reached on an error, and has flown out to center. Say he's due is an understatement. But quickly he's down 0-1. Swung and a miss, strike 2. So Stuckey trying to pick up a complete game here. That one's outside for a ball. Gage looks in, comes to delivery, outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. I'm just going to start hitting a button. Repeat, 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 repeat. Oh, that one swung on, and that will go foul down the third baseline. So Heath is 1 strike away from either wrapping this bad boy up or get a hit and keep this game going. Again, so far we have not had any walks tonight, either pitcher. Comes a delivery. Swung on a miss, and that's the game. So 2 strikeouts in the inning. And with that, the Miami Trace Panthers and Rob Smith picks up win number 452 in his career. Final score of Miami Trace 3, Washington Courthouse 1. Don't go away. We'll be doing some stats and also announce our Epifano McDonald's star of the game for both Miami Trace and Washington Courthouse. Stay with us right here on WCHC for Washington Courthouse Communication. S&D Family Tires, located at 333 West Court Street in downtown Washington Courthouse, remind you that you'll find top brand name tires right in their showroom. Steve and his staff can offer you a wide variety, including Bridgestone and Cooper. You'll find an impressive selection of premium wheels and tires for your vehicle. S&D Family Tires offers mounting tires for $12, balancing tires for $12. They offer rotation, alignment, and so much more. Call for an appointment or stop by. Give them a call at 740-313-7425 or stop by 333 West Court Street in downtown Washington Courthouse. Open daily 8 to 5, Saturdays 8 to noon.
The Reproductive Health and Wellness Clinic at Fayette County Public Health offers extended hours once a month. Clients will see a certified nurse practitioner who can prescribe birth control, perform gynecological exams, and test for sexually transmitted infections. To schedule or for more information, call Fayette County Public Health at 740-335-5910.
At the Fayette County Veterans Service Commission, we do solemnly swear to proudly support all veterans of all branches across all generations. Please contact us today to learn more. 740-335-1610.
Well, it turned out to be quite a pitching duel, even though there was some timely hitting, but the final score again was 3-1 in favor of Miami Trace. I had them unofficially with 3 runs on 5 hits and 2 errors. I had Washington Courthouse with 1 run on 5 hits and 2 errors. About as close as you can get. Strikeout totals, unbelievable. These guys just pitched their hearts out. Stokey I had unofficially with 16 strikeouts tonight. And Miller I had unofficially with 11 strikeouts. That's a lot of pitches being thrown because we had a lot of 2-2 counts tonight, a lot of foul balls and things. But still, 3-1, Miami Trace with the win. That puts them now a half a game behind Jackson in the standings. And the 9th-ranked Panthers now go to 12-1 overall as they continue their climb up the rankings as well as staying in the league race against against Courthouse again tomorrow night. And then, of course, they have Jackson on the 9th and again on the 13th. Kind of split it up a little bit. I'm still trying to figure out why they did it, but oh well. But the thing is, the beauty of that is if you're smart, which I'm sure Coach Smith is and Coach McGraw is you know what they're going to do. they're going to be throwing their aces in both those games because you play Friday, you're off till Tuesday, so you got at least 2 to 3 days off. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that. But, again, that's speculation on my behalf, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Anyway, as far as some hits are concerned, Miami Trace, we had Gage Bowers with a double, scored a run. We had an RBI. In fact, we had 2 RBIs by Austin Brown tonight with a single. Cooper Enix had a double, scored a run. Gage Stuckey with a double and an RBI. Let me see here. That's it for Washington Courthouse. We had Will Miller with a single. He scored a run. Gavin Kaufman, 2 hits tonight. Single and a double with an RBI. And a triple by Kyler Erskine that, unfortunately, he was stranded because the next 3 guys up struck out. So that's where we're as far as the offense is concerned. Defense mentioned Stuckey and Miller did a heck of a job. And the thing is, again, neither one gave up a walk tonight, which is very, very unrealistic at time in high school baseball. You usually see a walk or 2, but tonight these guys had really good control. When we come back, we'll announce our Star of the Game, so stay with us right here on the Epifano McDonald's Star of the Game show. All right, start of the games, you got to give to the pitchers. I mean, they did their job tonight, plus both of them got some big hits. So our Miami Trace star of the game is going to be Gage Stuckey. Again, we unofficially had Gage with 16 strikeouts tonight. He also had a double and an RBI in the game. And Will Miller had unofficially 11 strikeouts in the game tonight. He also got on the base paths twice. He was hit by a pitch in the first inning, but could not get in to score, but came back in the 5th and got a single to right and ended up scoring on an RBI by Kaufman. So Will Miller will be the Washington Courthouse star of the game. Again, we'll have these young men on sometime in June when we do our program. Final score again, 2-1 in favor of Miami Trace, win number 452 for Coach Rob Smith. The 2 teams will play again tomorrow night, weather permitting. Don't forget, weather permitting, we'll have girls softball action tomorrow night. Courthouse and Trace, if the game's played, we'll play at about 5 o'clock. We hope you join us then. For Dave Wolever, I'm Randy Young. Thanks for joining us, and good night, everyone.